Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're going to be doing a reading for the new moon in Scorpio happening today. And as I was sitting and meditating on the energies, I was really getting there is power in vulnerability. And this is a really big witchy moon. So Scorpio is all about death and rebirth and not shying away from the shadow. And in order to really bring about newness in your life, it's also about purging and releasing any sort of stagnancy in your field, any fears, doubts, insecurities, anything like that. And we witches know how to do that. And that is a superpower that we have. And it's really sinking into the power of the unknown, the power in rising in the ashes. Love this. All right, so this is going to be a bit of a deeper reading today, guys. All right, and if you want a personal reading, the link for it is in my description box below. And also, if you want to join the ritual for tonight, it will be held via Zoom, and it is happening at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the link for it is in the description box below too. So, all right, Spirit, what's going on for my collective for this new moon in Scorpio? New moon in Scorpio. Ooh, we've got Get Wild. Beautiful. Love this. So this is really sinking into that Shakti energy. Dance. Let yourself, if you're able to, get naked in the house by yourself, in a room, whatever, put on some headphones, or if you're alone, dance. Get that energy moving and out, because that in itself is so healing. For you to be able to be vulnerable and in your power and really tapping into that primal element of you, it allows you to feel connected to your ancestors, to your guides, to something that is bigger than you, and you can start to channel through that energy. Whew. Love it. Cool. Ooh, and then we've got soul work underneath that. Yeah, so there's something about feeling into your sexuality, feeling into the parts of you that may have been shamed or you feel guilt around. But in essence, this is actually where your power lies, in that sacral chakra movement. So really getting out there and allowing yourself to feel safe to get vulnerable with you. Oh, Jose, I love it. All right, Spirit, I have my Audacity deck here, so we're going to see what else comes out. Spirit, what else is happening for this new moon in Scorpio? Ooh, the Gardener. Okay. So, and in this meditation, we're also going to be meeting Persephone, and this is totally Persephone vibes. And she... as a lot of us know, she dives into the underworld after being abducted by Hades. But she was feeling very repressed and suppressed by her mother Demeter, and that's why she wanted something new. She wanted to expand, and there's so many different facets to her. And I think that this is gardening and giving life to the shadow aspects of you. And when she descends into the underworld, she actually becomes queen. And that's where her reign is. But if she resisted going into the shadows, she would not have such a beautiful story to tell. So there's something about surrendering to the shadows, surrendering to the vulnerability of the unknown. Whew, I love this. This is also about deep subconscious work. So, truth, finding your truth. Yep. So, what is your truth? What truth are you living in? And is it still serving you? This is about really holding up a mirror to what our dialogues are and what our innate knowings are. And if these truths are serving us or if they are holding us back from a more profound truth. And then we have solitude here at the bottom of the deck. So there's a need for going inward. This is Hermit energy. There's a need for writing, for really bringing out the external landscape to be able to nurture and to bring life to this. And I love that there's poppies down here too. Poppies will put you to sleep. That is in the Wizard of Oz. So poppies are about remembrance as well. Remembering and honoring who you are. Okay. Spirit, what else is going on here for the collective for this new moon in Scorpio? Page of Wands. Ooh, I love that. There's a level of exploration that I'm hearing. There's a level of needing to surrender to the journey and releasing expectations on how you think you should feel surrounding your inner world, your inner landscape. And this is really about releasing the shame, the guilt, the feeling of I'm too much, I can't express that. This new moon really is challenging you to let that out. All right, Spirit, can I get one more, please? One more. Or two. Yes, we've got the Eight of Wands and the Empress with the Hangman at the bottom of the deck. Beautiful. Okay, so Hangman, this is a period of time for stillness, for enlightenment. This is Odin energy, and we are entering into Odin territory with Yule coming up. So allowing the suspension to really activate that third eye, to gain new levels of awareness, gain new levels of consciousness, to help peel back the layers and to feel into the raw aspects of you. And this moon is really, it's a new moon, so there's not a lot of illumination from the moon. So we're using our internal illumination to move forward. And I really feel that with this Page of Wands. There is a lighting up of curiosity that is really asking to be sparked and to sink into the depths, go down the spiral staircase. That's what I'm seeing. And some of you may be wanting to do some trance work with this moon, some meditations with the new moon. I'm also hearing a lot of ritual drumming. So getting your brain waves to be more in that beta and the theta waves. Trans work is really important here. Doing some candle scrying, really witchy moon. And I think that that is going to help you gain a new level of perspective where you are going to feel more in control of your life, of your emotions, and it's going to bring about a new level of awareness and epiphanies is what I'm hearing, about why you're operating in ways that you're operating. All right, and then we have the Ace of Cups here. So I'm going to get some clarification on the Ace of Cups. We can look at it as sinking into the heart space, but I really want to go down deeper into that. Spirit, why is the Ace of Cups here? Ooh, Three of Wands. Taking a journey. Ace of Swords, finding the truth, and the Sun. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Three of Wands, or Three of Swords after this. So this, traditionally, we can look at the Three of Wands as heartbreak, betrayal, abuse, whatever this is. But we can also look at it as a way for us to learn, to transmute, to move forward after a level of healing, after a level of grief. But this is learning to rise from the ashes, pulling the swords out of your heart and wielding them with truth. So using where you have come from to help heal others, to help others feel seen when you didn't feel seen. And I feel like this is a part of the soul work that is happening right now with the Sun and the Three of Wands. I'm also getting that some of you are wanting to sink deeper into your spiritual practices, into what it is that you're offering the world. And maybe you guys want to be there more for your families in deeper ways. But this is total expansion energy. This is really moving into unknown territories, knowing that there will be radiance, there will be sunlight, there will be nourishment in going into the depths. And Scorpio is also, it is all about death and rebirth. It is the Ouroboros, the snake eating its own tail. And in order to do that, it is closing out a cycle and really allowing the skin to be shed. So we also have the Four of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, the Eight of Wands, and the Empress. So what is it that you are moving forward on? There's kind of like, I'm hearing that song, Luck Be a Lady Tonight. I love this. I love that song, and I love the Wheel of Fortune. And it's also about rolling the dice on you. So after a period of rest, after a period of healing the heart and sinking down into the subconscious, feeling nurtured, feeling like I have created this safe pocket, this safe container, you're able to feel more refreshed and to move forward from a space of more completion, of wholeness, of learning the lessons of sovereignty, of softening and creation. And with the Eight of Wands, we can look at this as literal, like you may be getting pregnant, but that's not for everybody. But this is a level of gestation and really allowing that birthing process to come forward with something that you possibly have wanted to create for quite some time. But this moon is really shining a light on the liminal space of where we are. And it is holding up the torches. It's total also Hecate. Hecate helped Persephone move through the underworld. She was a guide. And her torches represent guidance and light and inspiration and sparks, and fire is the closest element to source. So utilizing your inner fire, your inner flame, to push out and to radiate light into the darkness, into the unseen spaces. And I think that is going to help you to help navigate others and pull people through. I'm feeling very like transic with this energy, and I also feel like a part of my energy has kind of stepped back, and I'm feeling almost like a level of source coming through my body. So taking the time to allow source to come in, allow source to take the wheel for a little bit. And I'm not talking about possession. I'm not talking about entities or demons or anything like that. It's not that. It is allowing your logical brain to quiet, to soften, and to have the bravery to allow spirit to take the reins, to guide you to a higher understanding, a higher truth for you to integrate into this life. Cool. Okay. Spirit, let me see. Where is the collective going with this Eight of Wands? Why is this here? Moving forward. Yep. Oof. Six of Swords, the Lovers, and the Six of Pentacles. Cool. Okay. So The Lovers is all about choice. This is having the choice and making the decision to move towards more collaborative efforts, to, I'm getting for a lot of you, be in spaces that reflect your energy back to you, that can nurture you. So it is also about finding community and finding those people who get you on a much deeper level. And we need that. We witches, we spiritualists, we people who are rewriting or reframing a fabric for others. We need to stick together, and we have to sew in pieces of our story into this tapestry of life. And I think you're also learning from other people where they've come from, and you're utilizing it for your soul's growth. There's like a really big opening happening. But in order to do that, you have to move forward, move away from any sort of limitations that have been holding you back. And this is moving on to a bigger journey, moving and traveling with the water. And I get a lot of the, what's his name? The ferryman in the river Styx. And if we look back to that, he is rowing in the dead, in the sea of the dead. But he is oh man, I don't know if I want to necessarily say that he's a psychopomp, but he is a mode of transportation. He is a guide. So there's big guide energy happening here. So perhaps you guys are descending into the underworld to meet your guides, and to find out a higher level of truth, a higher level of activation. This is a deep one. All right, Spirit. Let's see. Goddesses, what messages are here for the collective right now? What messages are here? Aphrodite, inner goddess, awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. That dance is really important. Allowing your femininity to come out where it has been shamed. Allowing the softness of the goddess to help heal those pieces of shame, of guilt, of not feeling enough, or feeling like you are too much. Rewriting those narratives, because that right there is medicine. That is how you are going to help heal others, by you embodying the fragments that have been cast out of you or have been placed in you, that are now starting to come together. These fragments are starting to build a beautiful piece that has been missing for quite some time. Love that. All right, so Spirit, what advice is here for my collective for this new moon in Scorpio? Speak up. Using your voice to speak, to write, to journal, to share your experiences, to share your wisdom. Open up. You're being asked to open your heart to another, to let down your walls and trust that they want what's best for you. And this can just be opening up to another layer of you, a different piece of who you are, and to sink into the witch in you. Then we have surrender. Surrender to the journey, surrender to the depths of who you really are. Allow yourself that bravery to sink deeper into your knowing, into your truth. And then we have expand at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I think there's going to be a period of expansion after this period of integration. This is going to be a really potent and a really illuminating new moon for you guys. So, all right, that is what I got. That is what I have for everybody. If you are interested in joining the new moon ritual, the link for it is in the description box below. I would love to see you guys there. I think it's going to be really juicy and really potent, just like the pomegranate seeds. So, but I love you guys, and I will see you on the next one, and happy new moon. Blessed be. Bye.